I have spent a few years trying to stop the desecration of the most beautiful thing in the world.
Mauna Kea, which means White Mountain, is one of the tallest summits in the world. It's also home to 13 of the best astronomical telescopes in science. Astronomers believe this is the perfect location to study the stars. This summit is the darkest spot on Earth.
The darkest spot on Earth. Incredible. It gives us nice dark skies. It allows us to look at fainter and fainter things.
Now, scientists plan to build a new 30-meter telescope on the summit. The TMT, as it's often called, would be the most powerful and advanced telescope on the planet. Researchers say the 18-story telescope would let them see up to 13 billion light years away.
The TMT represents a jump of a factor of 10, that we'll be able to look 10 times further into our universe.
But to native Hawaiians, this is the most sacred mountain on the island.
For grandpas and grandmas.
It's where their earliest ancestors originated, and they consider it a temple. They do not want any more construction here and have taken legal action to stop it. A group of opponents who also call themselves protectors sued the state of Hawaii for granting the TMT company a permit they say is inconsistent with the state's conservation laws.
You have to remember that Mauna Kea in its entirety is a conservation district. And conservation districts are one of the highest protected levels, and it's supposed to be no construction.
The debate between astronomers and native Hawaiians dates back to the 1960s, when the University of Hawaii first started plans to turn Mauna Kea into a leading site for astronomy.
We as Hawaiians, this astronomy is so much a part of our life, of who we are, of what we were, that in fact it's kind of crazy not to welcome it.
Because of the historic controversy, it took several years for the $1.4 billion TMT project to get approved by the state of Hawaii. In April, they finally started construction. But that all came to a halt just a few days later, when hundreds of protesters showed up and shut down the project. More than 30 protesters were arrested that day on charges of obstruction. There have been several more arrests on the summit because each time TMT workers try to build, protesters step in.
We have reached a limit, and science has to accept that there are human limits also.
The Hawaii Supreme Court has decided to take on the protectors' lawsuit. There, the final decision will be made on whether the permit to build this telescope is valid or not. In the meantime, the TMT company has the legal right to continue construction at any point, but the protectors say they're ready to stop them.
This cannot happen, and we're prepared and we remain committed to protect our mountain.
They will tell of our heart and our love for our